Welcome to another RBT5 tournament match. We are on week 7. We are on Dark Carnival Remix, a custom map actually made by competitive players. And we've got a one-game neutral server matchup between Hotdog Water and BACK4BLOOD. And what I'm thinking could be a pretty exciting match. I know over on Hotdog Water, we've got a couple of, up-and-coming gamers. I know Back and Wiz are definitely two names to be looking out for. Elusive is a long-standing member who is providing the experience there, and I don't know a lot about Mars, but she seems to be doing a pretty decent job of holding her own and definitely making a positive contribution to the team. And for BACK4BLOOD, I'm going to be honest, all I can really tell about them is they're excited for BACK4BLOOD to come out. But judging by their record, they've had some solid performances, and that makes me think we could have a pretty good game here. So I'm looking forward to that. My name is Alexi. Obviously, you are watching here on Krycha's Twitch channel. And if you're not already, go ahead and hit that follow button. Give Krycha a follow. He's been doing a lot of work for us, streaming, doing a great job of giving us coverage to as many games as we possibly can. And yeah, I'm sure he would definitely appreciate the support. And if you're really enjoying the content, give him a sub, throw some bits at him, whatever you may be willing to do. So, one moment. We may have a co-caster joining, which, as much as I love talking about Left 4 Dead 2 by myself, I actually enjoy talking about Left 4 Dead 2 with someone else even more. It's a surprise, Krycha. It's a surprise. We'll see if he joins.
For sure.
I'm just going to give him permission real quick to join this secret channel that we are in. And there he is. I am now joined by my good friend, Malevolence. Mal, how you doing today, pal?
Great. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going, everyone? We got a game on our hands.
Yeah, I think everyone's really excited. My dog is really excited. He just jumped up on my lap to get a closer look at the action. And unfortunately, we are not ready yet, buddy. So I'm going to ask you to get down for a second. But yeah, we should have a pretty good game here, I think. We are playing Dark Carnival Remix, and this first tank is actually really early. It's at 18%. And one of the really cool features about Dark Carnival Remix is they show you exactly where the tank's going to spawn. And they even have a little barrier that shows you as soon as you cross that, the tank will be up. So a couple of just really nice quality of life changes that we have been given by the team that made this map, which I believe was NF and Xeon, if I remember correctly.
Ready.
And we are waiting for one more member of BACK4BLOOD to join. And while we wait, I'm going to take a quick look over at the other game going on. And actually, it looks like it ended the first map, or the first game. Judging by chat, it looks like an 1,100 point difference going into the second game. So we've got two good games going on right now. And yeah, so Mal, we played this map the other day. Do you have any thoughts on it? Do you have anything you liked about it, or maybe things you didn't like so much?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple cool things going on in this. As you said, the creators of it, that's Zone 69's old teammates, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
They have a lot of competitive experience, so a lot of this was driven by I'm sure what they enjoyed playing in matches and how to make it more balanced. Dark Carnival. So yeah, I do have to say you can already see where the tank is going to spawn right in front of that second car. It's the same thing as when they leave the safe room. Nice little touch. But
yeah, and another cool thing. I mean, it's been a long time since I played against those guys, but if I remember right, they were one of those teams that would definitely put in time to find the little advantages that maps had to offer. So to see them put together a map is kind of cool as well.
Yeah, of course. And we just got through a week of the hard rain downpour. That's by the same creator, right?
Yes. I think I want to say that one was like maybe more so Xeon than Xeon and NF, but I don't know for sure. I know they were both involved. I know NF does a whole lot of the like the blocks, like the blocking shortcuts and adding clips that you see in Zone Mod. I know he's pretty big on that. So they're definitely both some pretty big contributors to our little community.
Right. I played this map a couple times the past week or so because everyone's scrimming it now, and it is neat. I feel like every time I play it, I'm always like, oh, you could go there. It's always something new you're gonna see.
Yeah, no, for sure. It definitely has a couple of really nice touches, and with Dark Carnival being probably by far the most popular map, it's like everyone's first map they really get comfortable on. It feels familiar enough to where it's like you've been here before, but it's also it's changed up enough to where there's definitely some new aspects, and it definitely keeps things fresh. I mean, if we can run down some rosters, Mal. I kind of went through them a little bit before you joined, but if you've got something you want to add,
Oh yeah.
feel free. Because we've got some time right now as we continue to wait for a member of BACK4BLOOD to join. And I will say this kind of confirms my theory that whenever there's a custom campaign game being played, it doesn't matter if it's a friends pug, a tournament match, or whatever. There's always a delay.
Well, that's how you know it's going to be a classic Left 4 Dead 2 match.
Yeah, right. I guess we can talk a little bit about this early tank spawn. From what I remember, and granted, I've only played this map once or twice in the last 2 or 3 years, so if I miss something, bear with me. But I remember there is one car that's hittable, but it's really tough to use in this area. There's a lot of other vehicles. There's lots of buses and box trucks, and it's difficult for the tank to use this hittable.
Right. I have a feeling we'll probably see him go for it. It's a little red car. Looks like the alarm car right between the gates that he could go back. That's just really the only at this spawn, the only car he could go for that he'll have time to come back with. So it'll be interesting to see. I do feel like there's a lot more opportunities for spawns than there are in the normal Dark Carnival 1, this car area when people fight the tanks. So it does make it a more interesting fight.
Yeah, for sure. And the one thing that I really kind of like is, there for the tank to kind of get out safely. It's kind of tough because once you kind of pass a certain point, the tank is almost like kind of committed. So if his attack goes in, like the tank's about to spawn right now, if he goes up, past that like home RV type area, there's not a lot of great escapes for him if his hit goes in. He's gonna get chipped and take quite a bit of damage. So I always appreciate these tank fights where survivors can get aggressive. I always think that's a very fun aspect to play. But we'll see what kind of happens here.
Sorry.
Are there enough slots with me joining?
I can check.
All right, so 10 out of 30 seems like there might be enough.
Yeah. Unless this guy is 20 slots wide, I think we're good.
Morbidly obese.
Yeah. If I had to guess, he'd probably grab the wrong version of the map. I think it was Hard Rain Downpour, Ceta Pug website, and Serb's website had different versions of the map, we found out. But yeah, I don't know. It's just what happens in custom campaigns. There's always one issue where someone just can't join. But that's just life. For those of you asking, this is a one game series. This is a neutral server. Even though the pings may not look completely neutral, this is what the teams have agreed upon. And I, for one, I'm all for neutral servers whenever we have the possibility. I think it's way more enjoyable than doing a home and away.
Absolutely. I am definitely not staying 2 games to cast with you, Alexi. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm not staying 2 games to cast with me. All right, I'm gonna. If they change their mind, I'm out, dude.
Yeah, show you right.
I will say this since we've got some extra dead time. I'm going all out on this. I've got a little spreadsheet up, dude. I'm gonna try to keep track of people's like SI and stuff,
Ooh.
like damage, so then I can be like, oh, dude, and here we are after 2 rounds, and this person is leading the game with this percentage. Yeah, I'm just trying to add to the viewer experience. I'm trying to up my caster cred, so I can get those.
Here
big
you were
games.
looking to solo cast and do the whole spreadsheet. Wow, impressive.
Yeah, that's just years of experience. Lets you think you can do that. I mean, there's a good chance that after like map 2, I was just gonna forget about it and be like, whatever. But yeah, as we continue to wait here, hopefully they can figure out their map issues here pretty soon. We can get this game on the road.
Looks like the infected are asking each other if no one speaks English.
It's honestly better that way. Sometimes I don't think I even speak English. Do you speak any other languages, Mal?
I barely speak English, honestly.
Yeah, Krycha, you might be right. Hopefully, though, they can figure this out, and hopefully, if not, maybe they have another player on the roster, or they can maybe grab a ringer.
Yeah.
Have they scrimmed this map before is the big question. Without their fourth able to join at all.
I'm going to guess no, which, whenever you see people have this trouble on match day, it's kind of a bad omen for for how the match is going to go, because while this may be a lot like Dark Carnival, there are some differences. So if you haven't put the time in to learn those, it's going to be.
They're going to get to the bottom of the first hill and not know which way to go.
They're going to try to go left. They're going to try to go left and then just leave.
See a fence and then die immediately.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I do speak enough Spanish to where I understand what they're saying, but I'm here to cast. All right, I'm not getting paid enough to translate.
That's true. I have read enough Spanish in my time to look at it and know that I still can't understand it. So
That's what's up, baby. N-O.
oh, I'm hoping they get in here soon before this hot dog water starts boiling over. Oh man.
Yeah, I know, right?
What the? Oh.
And
that would be a plot twist if he didn't know how to connect to a server at all. He hasn't played a scrim this whole time they've been a team.
He's sitting there clicking join game.
Yep.
It's like, it keeps saying server's full. I don't know, man. He's just on the screen, like the in-game screen. It's like join off friends.
Yep. Very kind tech support coming out from the enemy team, showing you that it isn't quite a blood match. Very kind Left 4 Dead 2 community we still have.
Yeah. In pockets.
Infected team coming out with SIP.
Hey.
Not sure what that means.
Ready to get it on?
I don't know. The spec cut is like blocking most of the chat for me. I can't even. There's just a jumbled mess of words. Yeah, and so as we continue to wait to figure this out, just a brief score update from the other game. It looks like 44 Biceps has cleared the tank on map one with one in cap as they proceed on. So if you're not into watching people try to get into a server, you can watch that in the meantime. But make sure you come back because this is still going to be just a
Have both open
yes, yeah.
on two tabs.
It's 2021. Okay, if you don't have two tabs, I don't know what to tell you.
Can't spare tab.
Ooh, they're asking for a sub. Ooh, and it's been agreed. Oh,
We all
no.
ready?
Asking through Cedapod.
Uh-oh, they don't have anyone.
Well, Alexi, you're not on a team, right?
I mean, yeah. Wait, ask me what? Yeah, no, I mean they can have the win. I mean they've met the criteria for that. I have to use my proper punctuation,
They're asking you to play.
or they're asking me to leave. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Alexi, go. Should I post for in the Ringers channel for them?
I mean you could. And you're better off posting in like one of the Twitch chats because that's where everyone is.
That's true. Why would someone not on a team be in the RBT5 tournament Discord?
So. All right.
Is this really a New York server?
Yeah, I think they were trying to get a Miami one, but last I heard they were.
New York.
Yours is or
Yeah, they usually get like 15. I had 50 something.
ooh. I'm at 80, which seems a little higher than I would expect. Not by much, but
Survivor team has indeed called to wait for 10 more minutes. We'll see how this plays out for them.
See, now I'm really glad that you joined, because this would just be really uncomfortable if I was solo casting.
Oh, I mean, it already is. I'm looking to fill in the dead air.
I mean,
I have nothing to say.
I mean, actually, we can just have Crycha put some music on or something. Oh, wait, no, they got one. Whenever there's like a ringer, I'm just always like, man, I hope this person is like eligible to play and stuff.
Yeah, the server's not looking too hot right now.
Dude, the server is so bad, they can't stop laughing.
Oh my gosh, they find it hilarious.
You know, I'm surprised that there aren't any Dallas servers anymore. That was always a decent place to have servers.
That was.
Oh, well, you look at that. We are going live. Woo!
Probably a better call than find another server.
Yeah, so they're gonna brave the lower tick right here, and they're gonna play. And you know, we've got some interesting pings, and we've got a dead boomer. So the rest of the SI hit, they're gonna start coming in now. We're just gonna smoker go and just get destroyed really quickly, and nothing else gonna land except for this hunter for just a little bit of damage, and that will be our tank spawn.
Nice shutdown coming from the survivor. Interesting. Yes. They're not looking to push at all. Get any the comet. Stay around the safe room area for this fight.
Yeah, I would agree. I would think, you know, maybe take just a little bit of ground just to kind of give yourself a path, you know, clear some comet out in front. But yeah, they are going to go back. Maybe they're swapping guns. I wasn't really paying that close of attention.
They play it this way. This tank pushing in is going to have a little bit of tough time with rage, possibly. Going for that car.
Very true. As you do see that one boom go in, tank is going to get this car. He's going to bring it in, and now comes the tricky part, as he's going to have to navigate that car through just this mess of vehicles as that charger goes in for the sack. So
tank is on second pass now.
Yes, and rage is dropping pretty quickly.
He is not close to the survivors.
Not at all, but he's going to start working his way. He's really low, actually. He's down to 25% and still ticking. This is possibly an AI tank. If survivors were to hide, that boomer's going to get popped, though. Really unfortunate. Now, tank's going to commit here with just 2 spawns in a pretty open area. Going to see him keep pushing survivors back. The hunter's going to get speed, so just a jockey. The jockey's waiting for the perfect time to strike. Unfortunately, going to get dead stopped pretty quickly and killed. And Coach takes 1 punch, and that is going to be all we're going to see from the tank.
Very well handled by the survivors. That tank, unfortunately, yeah, he just had a lot of pressure to go in. He got down to 15%, and luckily the survivors gave him sight as they started chipping him on the way in. Otherwise, that would have been an AI tank, which he did only get 1 punch off. Unfortunate situation for the infected. Hopefully they can make it up with some hits now.
Oh, Lord, no.
Yeah, we get to this first choke point here coming up, but they're going to go and get a hit right before that. Kind of, you know, didn't really get the opening they were looking for there. Survivors with a nice little shutdown, and they're going to keep going through. They might be able to get out of this bridge before the SI get another attack up.
Well, that was quite a bit of a disjointed attack, but maybe they are looking for the quad, as the boomer and spitter did die last.
Well, always an exciting moment when a quad comes up, and it looks like we are going to get that quad here. And survivors slowly working their way up. We have some SI getting on top of the roof of the hotel there. Looks like the smoker wants to come from the billboard. Charger is kind of in a tough spot here. This can be a tricky spot to land a charge. But I think the survivors are aware. They're taking their time. They're clearing common. They've taken a fairly strong position for the time being. And we see that hit go in. We're going to see some SI getting shut down, though. Hotdog Water doing a really nice job of not getting quadded there and getting some really good shutdowns. And they're sitting at 800 bonus right now. So far, so good if you're a Hotdog Water fan.
If you like Hotdog Water, this is what you want to see.
Yes, and hopefully the only Hotdog Water you like is the team and not the actual Hotdog Water, because, yeah.
In here.
It looks like Elusive fell down and got reset through this little area.
It could have been a fall down, or it could have been a very high IQ play, as we saw the Boomer and the Hunter go in. So, I'm not going to doubt Elusive here. I could have done that on purpose. Although no baiting is going to save him there, as we see a nice little double charge and spit. Vac taking the brunt of it there. So other than Vac, though, everyone's looking pretty good on health right now. As Vac is sitting right at 40, just 1 health away from being slow.
Alarm car was shot by Elusive, trying to kill that jockey.
And as he does get that kill, we see another attack kind of following that jockey in. The timing probably not what they're looking for, and you see the Smoker get a pull back, getting just a little bit of damage on the Mars. And what's really kind of concerning here is there's only maybe one more attack left, and Hotdog Water sitting at 750 bonus right now, just a really massive bonus.
That hit the spot. Whew. That'll keep me tight. Up here.
Yeah, still at about 84% of their maximum health bonus, too, just to demonstrate how much that is for this map.
Yeah, quite a bit. This last attack coming in. Charger comes from the truck, but it's not going to give him anything. As we see the rest of the SI setting up kind of behind. Looks like the support class, the Boomer and the Spit, are going to reposition. The jockey, I think, just trying to distract, just trying to give him a chance for this last spawn to come up. I wasn't really paying that close of attention, so I don't know what it's going to be, but they're looking for some kind of spit play here at the very end.
Has the spreadsheet failed already, Alexi?
I forgot to do something, so I'm trying to finish it right now. That's why I kind of haven't been talking as much. But it's going to be really nice, okay? You just wait and see.
Though we do have a Hunter with the 2 support. Fortunately, we keep seeing a repeated theme with the Infected, as one after another going in. It's just really getting shut down that way. Their survivors are able to focus one Infected at a time. Not much going off for the Infected team this first map, but let's see how they could do on Survivor side.
Yeah, definitely. Wasn't really the map they were hoping to have on their Infected play there, but they do have a chance here to do a similar thing as what we saw Hotdog Water do to finish this tank with good health and to make a strong bonus here. And
Do we have any cool facts for that round with your spreadsheet?
hold on. Yeah, here, talk. Give me a second.
All right, we have the Survivors and Infected readying up right now. You can see the gnome being shot in the air. We're live. We have this first hit right before the tank happened.
Okay, I think the spreadsheets failed me. I didn't think of all the things I needed to think of. But what is not failing is that Boomer, they're landing a nice 2-boom, and the Hunter getting a lot of damage there, getting some charger punches and even some smoker scratches there. A really solid first attack there as we see the tank up, and it's going to be played by Wiz. So I think the interesting thing here is, do you think they're going to fall back to safe room or go forward?
Looks like they're staying around safe room. That first attack got them 2% more health bonus than the entire other team at the end of the map, unfortunately. So yeah, they need to play the rest of this perfect if they want to win this first match.
Yeah, a really strong first attack for Hotdog Water.
And Tank is going for that card too with the survivors in safe room, so he might have that problem with that pushing in. Although it seems like they're sacking right now. They sent in a Boomer and Charger, so they're looking for a tri-cap with Hunter, Smoker, and Jock.
Yeah, definitely would be a nice setup there. We see the jockey just kind of making some noise and jumping around. Wiz working that car, and he's about 70% rage here. It is kind of ticking down, but definitely going to have enough time to commit with this. He's going to have that car to play with, which is always dangerous, although the car takes a weird bounce and opens it up to some chip here, but Survivor's not going to capitalize on that. We see Wiz push the car, and now it's kind of pinned between the Larry Gibbs car or the guardrail. Bounces away. We see a rock, but the safe room rock is very tiny. He's going to miss that rock. Smoker's going to get a pull for a little bit, and the Hunter going to get some separation there. If Wiz sees he has a player right by the car, he could get an end cap here, and he is going to just use this car as cover, which I think is a good decision as he goes for some rocks to try to confirm this kill here onto Mina. And
he definitely has enough health to do this kill if he hits his car right.
Yes, and confirm the kill he does, and he gets another nice hittable onto Fabricio as it bounces off the guardrail for the end caps. Now just down to 2 survivors here, down to Yacht Heeks and Skip. I don't know. But we see the jockey land. Wiz looks like he wants to maybe grind out another kill there. He is pretty low on health. He goes for the car, and it's going to miss. And now he's kind of left alone. Survivors have to choose between their friend and the tank, and they don't get the clear on their friend. So 2 survivors dead as Wiz continues to hide in the bushes, just buying some time for his spawns to come up. And we might be seeing a wipe here, Mal.
Very possible, if not shortly after. 2 cap is not that hard to land sometimes.
Yeah,
unfortunately for the survivor.
Yeah,
and there it is.
Yeah, it's even tougher when you take a 2-boom in one of the SIs of Smoker. So Hotdog Water going to secure the wipe there, and off to a really strong start. And this is the downfall of these early takes, as we see BACK4BLOOD only scoring 40 points on that one. So
roughly an 1,100 difference right now. So
yeah, they've got some work to do to get back in this. So for their sake, they're probably hoping for some earlier tanks here that they can start to close this gap on. But yeah, we saw a really nice showing by Hotdog Water there on their survivor side, looking well prepared, as they kind of tend to be, which of course is always a good thing. And just as we were saying, they need some earlier tanks to help them out here. We get a very late tank here, Mal. We get an 89% tank.
Very unfortunate. Hopefully the infected are able to get a little bit more coordination down and get some more chip, at least before this tank.
Yeah, and something to keep in mind, they are playing with a sub, and I don't know how familiar they are with their newfound 4th, but
they were able to load the map, which is a good sign.
Yeah, so which is always nice, but and we don't know the player they're missing. Maybe they're missing their caller.
Right.
Which is always unfortunate. But yeah, we are here on map 2. The score is, it's not important right now. We're here to have fun. We're here for the now, right?
Got to put that first round behind us.
Exactly.
That's the thing about this game, is anything can happen.
This is true. Just like Hotdog Water scored a bunch of points on map 1, the reverse could happen on this map or the next map. Definitely a lot of points to be had. So this first attack, we are going to see a tri-cap with a spitter. No Hunter. The Smoker going to try to get a spawn behind the dumpster. But we see Elusive the crafty veteran blocking that spawn. But they leave a spawn open really close by. Not going to land though, as we see Hotdog Water do a really nice job of shutting things down yet again. And
unfortunately, it looked like they did get their spawns blocked, so they had to kind of push together. Was close to landing that charge off the Smoker, though. Just missed it by a hair.
Yeah, and of course the goal there is just to get that spit charge, get some easy damage on the board, but Hotdog Water doing a really nice job of avoiding that. So that brings us to our second attack here.
Reloading.
It's going to be another tri-cap with a boomer this time, though.
The hunter has been spotted.
Yeah, and with that hunter's position, it makes you think they're going to go in here pretty soon. And the smoker behind too. Look for the play to initiate onto maybe Nick in the back there. Although they're going to miss that window there as survivors make their way in. There's a little window there. And we are going to see a boom go through there. And other than that boom, not a lot going on in there.
Yeah, unfortunately, hitting in that room is a little bit tough with no spitter. You know, you can't get too much value of any kind of separation when they're all kind of, you know, tight together like that. Looking at all the angles, especially spawning so far behind them as the hunter, kind of just made the survivors aware that they're going to spawn back there, and having the smoker and boomer spawn in that direction too, while they're already looking in that way, kind of hurts the hit a little.
Yeah, and speaking of this, we have another one going in. We see the boomer going to get popped, and really just kind of a support hit there. The jockey is spawned, but he's kind of stuck in no man's land, and he's going to go down. I'm assuming the charge is going to save here, but yeah, BACK4BLOOD just unable to get these attacks, you know, the coordination that they really kind of need to do some damage here. But they are going to continue on. They're going to go forward. We've got another tri-cap with a boomer here. The jockey will be absent from this attack. So survivors are working their way through. They're being careful. A lot of spawns above them right now. Hunter once again pre-spawn, and he is behind yet again. So if the survivors pick up on that, it's definitely a nice clue to have. But it looks like we're going to see this attack in this alley here. Hunter has been spotted, and Hotdog Water, they want to go after him. They're sending all four to get this kill here. And it's a good idea because the rest of the SI are not ready to cover that. So now they get to go through this choke here with a player advantage. The boomer flying in off the top rope. Gonna land a 2-boom here. But again, with no spit here, may not see a bunch of damage here. And the charger, unfortunately, gonna miss. The smoker goes to the pool. Gonna get self-cleared, though. And we see Hotdog Water continuing to play some really strong survivor side here. Spitter has spawned. Gonna go for a delay spit, I imagine. And there that goes. Vac tries to get the pick, unable to land any bullets on that spitter there as the spitter goes off for his respawn. So another 2-2 here, a jockey hunter. So not the strongest attack, but still with this hunter, we can definitely see some spit damage here if this hunter lands. We have two survivors with shotguns, Wiz and Elusive with the shotgun, so Hunter's going to want to avoid them. Not going to be able to do that, though, as you see a skeet there. A 1-boom is all BACK4BLOOD has to show for that attack. And we start to get close to the end of the map, and we'll see the tank here in just a little bit. We'll have one more attack to go before that happens as the survivors go down this lovely slide. Now with water effects, you know. So next attack, we have another tri-cap with a boomer. No hunter this time. So probably a good thing. Hotdog Water's done a really nice job of avoiding the hunters. The boomer's going to go in, going to land one. Survivor's in kind of a strong spot. Vac's going to drop down, be able to avoid the smoker tongue as he dodges the charger, takes care of the jockey, and just a little bit of smoker damage onto Elusive there. Hotdog Water, just over 1,000 bonus, so looking really, really strong right now. A lot of common in this next area, and this is a pretty interesting arena for the tank fight. You know, typically on the regular Dark Carnival, you know, it's not quite as crowded. It's a little more open, but lots of little areas that SI can get spawn around here. So it looks like one more attack. It's going to be a 2-2 though. Another jockey hunter and Hotdog Water. Look at them set up in the advanced position with Vac way up there. Oh, but he's not going to take his chip on the tank. Oh, he's going to go back now. Oh, the tank throws a rock in, but luckily Vac backs away. Or else he could have saw a lot of damage there onto Fabricio's tank. So we get another skeet there by Elusive. He's done a really nice job so far, working the shotgun and shutting these hunters down, you know, not giving them a chance to land, which is really nice too when you have a spitter in play, because any pounce spit is, you know, a decent amount of damage. So Hotdog Water doing a great job of avoiding that. We do see our next of the spawns coming up. Charger, Boomer, Smoker. So looking for some rocks here. We see Rochelle kind of hiding in the hot dog stand. I wonder if, they're looking for some water. But
We have the hot dog water in the hot dog stand.
yeah,
Not
right?
unusual.
And you got to imagine at this point in the apocalypse, that hot dog water is probably pretty stale. A really nice two boom there. No support though to kind of capitalize on this. So Fabricio going to keep playing rock here for a bit. He is down about 800 health though, so he's got to be a little careful because as I mentioned earlier, there are some nice new obstacles added in this area for some SI spawns. Those also make it harder for the tank to get some corners and to move around without slowing down.
We have what seems to be another hit going in right now. Hunter's getting skeeted though.
Yeah,
I don't believe any rocks are landing so far either.
Yeah, I don't believe any
But
rocks have
jockey
landed. And I was saying earlier, Mal, you'd be proud of this as you're a Left 4 Dead 1 gamer. Hot Dog Water getting a lot of skeets out here. They're really shutting these hunters down, making you shotgun boys proud, I would think. Yeah.
Well, that's a vast talent of the hot dog water. They're also using the Uzis. The last one, I believe, was an Uzi skin.
Ooh, even better. So yeah, the Boomer only getting one there. Really lucky for Mars there to not get that boom as well. Tank's rolling in. They haven't figured it out quite yet. Tank is really close. He's got 3 survivors in the corner, but yeah, here we go. The dumpster is now in play. Not as many common as you would expect, from the one Boom of Doom, but they probably cleared most of those out already. And the tank is sitting at 2,000 health and waiting now for his SI to get up as he's hoping to hit this hittable. And Vac actually almost goes into it, but he's surely going to eat this one here. Not really much of a choice there. So we do see an end cap there. And we're probably seeing a dead tank here. Maybe one more punch. Nope, just kidding. Wiz doing a nice job of avoiding that punch there.
Let Ellis help you out.
So just the hittable there. Thanks to the charger there now.
Yeah, unfortunately, at the end, wasn't able to capitalize on any punches. We saw some jukes coming out from Rochelle, aka Wiz, in that tank. It's like
Yeah,
going in. Boomer landed, spat very far away. Tried to get a little pull into it, but now the jockey land gets cleared. Sorry, Al, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I like that tank's decision to commit early like that, like he did. Almost catching the survivors out of position. I don't think they realized he was as close as he was, but yeah, like you said, unable to capitalize there. But more importantly, we saw that Boomer died last, so we have a nice sack order there. We're gonna see a tri-cap with the spitter, and we've got a Charger Hunter Jockey tri-cap with the spit. Hot Dog Water sitting at about 60% bonus or 660 points. So not a lot of attacks left. This is very likely going to be their last attack, assuming no end caps here. BACK4BLOOD going to have to make this one count. They've got a lot of comment on the board right now. Hot Dog Water doing what they can to kind of keep things clear. We see Nick Mars in a pretty safe spot with some elevation. And we see Elusive kind of in the front taking the brunt of the common. And the SI are starting to work their way in. The Jockey, he's kind of skipping around. It's not going to matter. You're going to get dead stopped. And Elusive with yet another skeet. But we see a really nice charge onto Mars and some spit damage, although the picnic table comes to the rescue and minimizes the spit damage.
And very unfortunate. Some props not being able to have spit on them for the infected team right now. That's very well done by the survivors again. Besides that tank incap, very little damage coming out from the infect. Although it is better than their first round, so good job for both teams.
True, yeah. Another really solid round on the survivor side for Hot Dog Water. Continuing their performance from map 1, keeping that momentum going. And as you said for BACK4BLOOD, didn't really get what they wanted out of that tank, but you'll take the incap. It's not what you're hoping for, but at the very least, it's definitely something. And I think Vac had pretty high perm health before he got that charge into the hittable. So But more importantly, Survivor side's where you make your money. So for Back for Blood, they've got to show us a really strong showing here. They're down by quite a bit. We got to see a really strong performance here. And here's their chance, but it's going to result in a 2-cap with some spit, and it looks like that the smoker pull onto Rochelle just out of the range of the spit there, but a fairly solid attack as we see Back for Blood lose 10% of their bonus on that first attack. They're down to a 990 bonus right now.
Come on, man.
They're very fortunate for Rochelle in that situation. Spit just barely missed touching her toes there.
Yeah, that's the one thing, you know, it's like silent jockeys and like a more static spit spread are like the two like real big things this game could really use, right?
Right.
But a lot of common trailing from the rear, and by a lot, I mean like 5. So yeah, it sounded like a lot. I wasn't looking.
It really picked them up.
Yeah, we do have a tri-cap here with the boomer. No smoker this time, but that's probably okay because this attack's going to be inside a little warehouse area more than likely. They're going to hit as survivors leave. Although Boomer's looking for something. Not really going to get an ideal spawn, but we do see a charge. You see a pounce. We see one person move. Almost a really nasty tri-cap with the one survivor boom there.
Hey, look out! Yo, coach, reloading. Stop shooting me.
But another really strong attack there by Hotdog Water. I thought they played that really well. They had a lot of patience there to wait. They didn't force it. You know, even when the boomer couldn't get the spawn to lead the attack off, they let the other SI open, and it paid off for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one thing you can really see between the two teams is just how more well coordinated this infected is. As I say that, we have another hit coming in. Charger playing off that pole. Jockey is landing, and the survivor just hoarded trying to rescue them.
Yeah, a ton of damage there, like you said.
Quite a bit of time because of those common infected coming in from the front.
Yeah, Hotdog Water looking really nice right now. Lots of coordination there. You can tell they've got some good team chemistry. You know, probably a little bit of practice is kind of, you know, contributing to their performance right now. So a really strong showing right now. They've already got Back for Blood down to a lower bonus than they scored on this map. So looking pretty good for them right now. We have this next attack coming in. They're going to come off the train as you see the train kind of roll by. Just the one boom, and it looks like the SI they're going to go reposition. They don't like that attack with just the one boom. Probably going to wait for Elusive to get his spawn here as he's up in just a few seconds, and there's a lot of roof spawns here coming up.
Yeah, having the tri-cap in this, or tri-cap with spit in this tight area is always better than a 2-2, so being able to sacrifice that boomer early and get that spawn, always a plus.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely with the spitter in. We see this tri-cap coming in, all the smoker, unable to get to his spot in time. Gonna miss there, but we do see a pounce spit onto Rochelle for some good damage. Oh, and the smoker actually does come back to play, and Mina is down really low, but not going to go down there, and that's actually really big because Mina is already been in-capped once, going to avoid that black and white as Back for Blood pushed forward.
Fortunately, the survivors at this point are committed with pills and slow, so we have no more pills out for them unless they find some in the map.
Yeah, either way, this is going to be a tough tank fight for them. It's really looking like Hotdog Water is going to really take control here on this map. As you see a one boom, the Charger misses, but gets some, I think, a punch there, but 100 does land for just a little bit. We're going to see this boomer die last. He might get a proxy here on the coach, but coach has already boomed, so not a big deal here. And we see Nick the sub running forward. Going to turn around, though, as I say that, making me look bad. And
already we have 1 to 2 survivors at 1 to 2, or 2 survivors at 1 to 2 punches for this tank, and they kind of left coach behind.
Yeah, that's going to be an in-cap, and they have a jockey on the other end of this survivor line for some extra damage. Fabricio taking quite a bit of damage. Not going to die, I don't think. Safe from that. Oh, we see a pounce in the front with some spin out. This is dangerous. Mina going low really quickly, and they're going to have to get some protection onto her.
Honestly, this is just looking like they're just trying to push for distance at this point. They're kind of doing their own thing, trying to get forward, not really looking out behind them.
Yeah,
Coach is down again, so he's black and white.
Yes, that's going to be 2 black and white survivors, and with no pills. They're definitely playing dangerous here, as they haven't opened the medicine cabinet, though. They're going to pause the game instead. They're probably trying to regroup here. They're looking just a little out of sync here. They're some players are rushing, some players are slow and able to keep up, and as a result, taking a lot of damage here.
Yeah, Hotdog Order is able to capitalize on that very nicely as well.
Yes.
Picking apart that separation.
And we do see a pullback on the coach. I think yes, I think that's going to be the end of coach. Coach will leave us down to 3 survivors, and yeah, like you said, I think they are probably going to just start this and just get whatever points they can.
At this point, they may as well just start the event. It's like they're going back to fight this tank.
Yeah, which, I mean, whatever. They can fight it. May not be.
Tank that need hands up Mark. Jumping in right away. I mean, there's not too much of a point in waiting around at their health. No pills. SI coming.
Yeah, this is just a tough situation. We see Nick with his melee out, almost daring the hunter to come at him. Although the tank's going to just kind of take over that fight, and now the charger.
Nick was looking for a hole-in-one with that golf club, but unfortunately, it did not pay off.
Yeah. And after 2 maps, we have a score of about 2,200 to about 460 points. Hotdog Water putting on a really strong showing here, looking really good. As optimistic as I may want to be, it's looking like this game is decided. But we're going to stay here and hopefully see some really nice Left 4 Dead 2 action to finish up.
That being said, do you have any cool statistics in your notes?
I gave up, man. Here's the problems. I had like a column for like SI damage.
Right.
And then I realized, well, if I just add up the damage and tell people, oh yeah, this person did like 6,000 damage, like that doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? And I was like, should I take the percentage instead? And then I was like, eh. So I gave up. I should have had a column for both.
If someone had 6,000 damage, I'd be like, wow, that's quite a bit of damage. Well, you know what would have been cool? If you skeet tracked. How many skeets someone got?
See, I was talking to someone about this one time, how it'd be nice if the servers did this for us.
Right.
You know, because, you know, hey, I can type fast, but I'm no server, you know.
Not with that attitude. And we are going live.
Yes, live indeed. We see the boomer going to get pushed back and pop. No booms this time. The hunter is going to land for some nice damage on the Wiz. Yeah, and you know we've seen Elusive and Wiz really do some work with the shotguns on the hunters. Unable to get that one, so we do see about 20 damage or so onto Wiz there. And our tank's 52%, and this is a pretty long map, so it's going to be quite a while until we see that tank.
Right, it'll be at the warehouse after leaving the Tunnel of Love.
Ooh, that's a great description. And that's a great charge there. Although the spitter's late and Elusive with a really nice play there to keep Wiz clear of any extra spit damage.
I'm gonna beat these sons of bitches till I lose my watch.
Very unfortunate for that spitter not land. Nice charge though.
Yeah,
and going back to the coordination of the SI, unfortunately, they just keep coming one after another.
Yeah, just a little out of sync. You know, they've had some close calls, some pretty big hits, but going for some scratch damage there. And if you look at survivor health, you know, you've got Wiz who's just taking the beating right now. Mars and Vac still at 100 health and Elusive at 93, so we'll have to see who can hold their 100 health longer. Will Vac or Mars take damage first?
Reloading. Reloading.
That's what we should be betting our hot dog points on right now.
We have a 2-2 coming up right now for this drop. Hunter getting speeded. And that's that for that attack.
Yeah, and again,
Another thing I feel like the survivors are doing very well is making the infected play into them. They're not letting the infected go in when they want. They're baiting them into where they can take it easily, just like that. Instead of hitting on the drop or anything, they waited, baited a little, cleared out, and the infected came. They had nothing to worry about as they fell.
Absolutely, and we've seen hot dog water. You know, this may have been a detail we've kind of skipped over, but they've had some really nice positioning. They have players going to areas, covering spots, and using elevation to their advantage, and it's really showing in the lack of damage that they're taking. And yeah, you're absolutely right. BACK4BLOOD is kind of forcing attacks instead of waiting for things to kind of come to them. As we see another attack go in, and we're gonna see, Vac is gonna lose his 100 health before Mars. So Mars is the declared champion of hot dog water at 100 health. Last gamer standing.
Rest in peace, all other hot dog members.
So I think we're getting close to this tank.
Yeah, tank is, as soon as they leave this, as you can see by the little line, the infected will come up right before the tank spawns.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun little tank spawn thing right there at the wall, right? Just as they leave the house here.
Right.
And
fun little thing about this map too is in the beginning the description I said was actually from the chat. It kind of tells you where the tank is going to be around.
A long time ago when they first added the plugin that told you the tank percentage of where they spawned. Piper and I went through all the maps and we took like screenshots and had like the most common percentages to give us an idea of like when they spawn, and we had it on like the wiki on Left 4 Dead Nation. It does this great thing we did, and then like 2 weeks later they updated the plugin and it changed all the percentages. So all of our work was wasted. And we never updated it because we were mad.
So we have seen an attack come in, a couple things land but get cleared relatively quickly. Tank is sitting at 4,600 health right now. It's taken quite a bit of chip for these rocks that have yet to land.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Krycha. but yeah, these Uzis, they do so much damage now, and they've got the long range unsilenced Uzis, and they've got 3 of them. So yeah, Tank is already down 2/3 of his health, and the SI are going in, and nothing's landing, and now the Tank is kind of in a dangerous spot here. Gonna try to climb out here, but survivors once again taking advantage of elevation when they can. They're not going to hop on these tents just yet, but they're just dishing out so much damage with these Uzis.
I'm guessing that was a sack for the Charger. A lot of times, if you're not familiar, teams like to sack the Chargers for tanks in this area because it is very difficult to land a cap in a wide open area as a Charger, so it does help to have one of the other special infected. Tank is already at half health and he is not committed or gone in yet. Second pass and frustration running down. The SI just going in one after another. Can't see too much happening for this tank, but looks like he's committing right now. We have a jockey landing in the back, pretty far away from the rest of the team. Looks like best case scenario for the infected team right now. Tank landing a punch. And the other SI going back on Nick, and nothing landing, unfortunately. But honestly, that's probably a bit more damage than they should have gotten with how the SI was committing and the tank being at half health before he even committed. So right now, survivors are at about a 600 health bonus with 55% of their health bonus remaining. And they're at 60% of the map, so
Yes, and we do get to see the new revamped roller coaster coming up here in just a few moments. But first, is this Hunter about to get a really sick DP off a wall here? Maybe. No. Another skeet there by Elusive. Yeah, it'd be really nice if we had some advanced stats like number of skeets and whatnot, because Elusive has had a bunch of them so far. He's done a really nice job.
Right.
It'd be really cool if we had a way to track like skeets versus like attempted skeets. Get a skeet percentage, right?
Right. Like, if you chip the hunter, or if a hunter has landed on you, how would you have that?
I mean, like if you attempt a shot at a hunter and you don't get the skeet, and then he lands on you, like that'd be a failed attempt. Then you'd also have to count like attempts like the hunter like it's close and misses you, but he's trying to get you, you know.
Oh, there is a in the console. There is a skeet printout per round with full skeet, I think, partial skeet, or melee skeet.
Well, there you go.
We have this very strong choke coming up. I'm sure everyone's familiar with the normal Dark Carnival choke moving up that roller coaster. The make or break for some team.
Yeah. A lot of times, it's really the only damage you kind of see. You see like the really strong teams playing.
Another skeet coming out for Wiz.
Yeah, Wiz and Elusive going back and forth, trying to see who can rack up the most skeets here. And Wiz taking the lead here, holding the top of this coaster here as you see the jockey and Charger kind of waiting. But they're going to go one at a time, and that is no problem for Wiz. He's playing a really nice game so far.
Does this ever seem like a good idea?
We do have another drop-off coming here. The Infected is going to get in front, it looks like. Boomer going to spawn, going to get shut down, though. And Smoker looking for something here. Charger is trying to find a spawn he likes. He's going to go right in between them. He's going to get a really nice multi-charge, an in-cap, and a kill there. Elusive and Wiz, they were too worried about the skeets, and now one of them's dead and one's on the ground. Oh, no.
And just like that, again, Left 4 Dead 2, anything can happen. We have a death going in just from one charge. We have a full coming out, but it's going to be cleared. Again, if they just synced up their special infected, they're going to be booming on the down guy, allowing the survivors to just push forward. Jockey getting killed.
Yeah, the good thing about that boom, yeah, the boom confirms the kill onto Wiz. It does give Back and Mars a chance to just kind of run for it, getting some extra distance, but the SI are coming back up now. We have a Hunter, we have a Spitter. They're going to have to wait for some extra support there, as they can't get them both with just one Hunter. We see a little bit of free spit damage on the Mars, and the Hunter's going to get skeeted by Vac, and Mars takes the charge, but should be able to get cleared here by Vac. But he's not going to be able to get it. Oh, no, dude.
That first melee missed and hit the combo.
Oh, you hate to see it.
How unfortunate.
Back. Oh, and he's going to spectate to see health. Ooh. He almost had his moment there. He had the Hunter skeet. He's about to get the clear, and then just pulled last second.
Almost frag movie footage going on right there.
It was close. I heard the dubstep in my head. You know, I was like, man, this is it, dude. This is where Vac shines. And
what about that zombie song? Zombies?
Which one? Oh. Dude, my older sister used to love that song. But yeah, really nice charge there by Back4BLOOD. The Charger was just looking for a spawn, kind of frantically there for a bit. Couldn't decide where he wanted to go. And ultimately making the right decision and getting a double charge, which got one instant kill and a second kill onto Wiz as he was unable to be revived.
Let's see if this completely demoralizes Hotdog Water and just propels Back4BLOOD into a godlike state of survivor play.
It very well could. This tank coming up, it's definitely a tank you can survive with a lot of health, but this is not the start they wanted. The jockey onto Mina. I feel like Mina's been taking a lot of just the brunt of the damage here. Gonna go down about half health there, 57 health. So a nice little jockey spit, not a combo you see every day.
Reloading.
Reloading.
As Back for Blood pushes forward, we're gonna see a quad here. This could be a dangerous spot. If we see some stumbles here or a multi-charge, we could see the quad land here. A lot of tight areas. It's going to make it tough for the smoker.
Reloading.
All the SI are coming from in front, so they probably will wait for everyone to push out into this hall, unless they're going to be playing off a smoker or something like that.
Yeah, I think the smoker's kind of the one to watch here because it's, the smoker has a chance to steal a target, and the smoker's probably the most easily avoidable here as well, just by running around a corner. A lot of common in front, and yeah, Hotdog Water. They want to make this one count. They have not just thrown this one in. They're waiting for the perfect moment, and they've decided that moment is now. We see a lot else in the front. We're going to see some caps landing in the back, but the Charger is going to get cleared, and they're not going to get it. But they don't kill the Hunter, and we see one tri-cap roll into a second tri-cap, and we see a whole lot of damage, and Mina once again taking just a bunch of damage. Mina almost dying here, getting really close, and...
You have to take better care of yourself.
1 health. Literally 1 HP.
Saved at 1 health.
Just a massive attack, and then that massive attack rolls into a 3 boom here. And I think they're going for another quad here. If that boomer and spin just died, I think Hotdog Water, they want the quad, it looks like. They know it works, and they got a bunch of damage off it, so it makes sense to go for it again. And possibly a more favorable location coming up here.
Survivor's just pushing straight forward. Oh no, Rochelle getting jocked back. There's no way to get back up there, right?
I think there is. No, there is a way to get back, I think. But they're not going for it, yeah. Yeah, they're going to leave Fabricio. They're going to go for just some distance to get to this tank fight.
Reloading.
Yeah, though, the quad, not getting the quad, but getting a kill there, nevertheless. And we have a tri-cap here with a boomer. No Hunter for this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, going into the second tank fight with 3 survivors. If they make it there now.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, have the white potential here. Not going to get it, but we're going to see a lot of damage, though, with the pull, with the 2 boom here. It's going to slow them down. Tank is up in just a couple of feet. Just need to leave here, and Mina is going to set that tank off. Going to lead the charge into this tank, and it is in the hands of Elusive. So, he's going to land a rock there. I think that was on Mina again. Tank going to climb up onto the fence there, going for some more rocks. SI going in. This Hunter, has to get skeeted. Oh, what a great skeet there by Mina. Unable to
he does get shot.
Yeah.
Only set of... Oh, they found a set of pills up ahead. Looks like they're just going to be running for it at this point, which...
Yeah, they don't need a set of pills. They need a set of survivors to find. Because they are currently down to
They
tank.
currently need a set of good health bonuses.
Yeah. In a tough spot here, too. I'm going to land. I'm going to see a pull. Tank has a bunch of mobility here. Able to cut him off. He's going to fall off the ladder, though. That one's not going to make the highlight reel. Jockey is going to land. Tank's going to go right past him. And that will be the white. And we load in to map 4. I can't imagine we would play finale even if it was close. I don't think anyone's planning on playing this finale. We do have, a fairly one-sided score here. It looks like Hotdog Water is going to secure this win. I don't know what the tiebreakers are, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see a couple teams with, I think it's 4 or 5 wins eligible for the playoffs at least. I remember Hotdog Water was a team that if they won, they had a shot at playoffs. But I have no idea how the tiebreakers are.
Oh, interesting. So some teams will play a match to determine if they get into the playoffs or not.
I don't think so. I think we're just using tiebreakers. I'm an assistant admin, Kreitch, okay? I'm just assisting. No, all that stuff is Fig is doing all of that with some fancy program.
Well, you heard it here first from admin Alexi.
Assistant admin Alexi, dude.
Assistant to the admin Alexi.
Yes. I'm a humble man. Okay, I don't want to take all the credit. Well, I think a lot of the tiebreakers we'd have to wait to see how other games play out anyway.
Yeah.
I bring great ideas and something I don't know. No coffee though. I give people roles. That's what I do.
Score charts that he stops paying attention to after the first round.
Yeah. Yes, I attempt to make really nice spreadsheets, and then I give people streamer and caster roles.
Which I will say, from experience, you did that very well.
Yes, yeah, I'm very quick. I'm actually ranked number 1 in the world at giving roles. So we have our last map coming up. See the boomer behind this pole, looking for a really early boom. Not gonna get it though. And another very late tank here, 88%. So that's going to be quite a ways down.
Event, right?
I think so, yeah. Survivors going to push out here. They have a tri-cap to deal with the boomer. Boomer's going to go in, not going to land though. Nice pop there by Elusive. And the Hunter, is this Hunter going to get skeeted? Is he going to get clapped by someone? Shotguns are up front, so now's his chance to land, but it looks like they're going to wait for the last spawn.
Kind of just around panicking to get their spawns.
Yeah.
One in after another.
I thought for a second they might be waiting for their 4th spawn to come up and attack with the spitter, but they go in just before that spawn comes up. And yeah, in an area like that with no common and everyone from behind, not much of a problem for Hotdog Water there. As this next attack comes in. It's going to be a 2-2. Going to be a jockey and I believe a smoker. Yeah, there's the smoker. So definitely not the best attack to have as they go in. And it's another nice set of shutdowns there as all the other sides just kind of waterfall off the roof. Boomer possibly going to come in. I think he's right now. No, he decided to wait. Looking for anything. He comes from behind the boxes. Gonna land a 1 boom that time before he goes down, so that'll open up the attack. And the Hunter getting stuck in the door looked like not able to get really anything going there. Smoker spawned in front, and the Charger I think had a different idea of what to do there, and following up just a little late behind that Smoker, unable to get any kind of punches or charge off of that. So yeah, yet again, we see Hotdog Water starting off really strong here. They really have done a really nice job throughout the game. And we see BACK4BLOOD, just continuing to struggle to get on that same page there. And part of that is because of the positioning of hold on.
A Hotdog Water?
Okay. I just got a text from my girlfriend saying, "The fuck is a tank?" And apparently, when I told her to get me some tacos, I said, "And for the 3rd tank, get me this kind of taco." Because I got Left 4 Dead 2 in my mind, right? And she needs to understand that and respect my gamer.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just like they got to respect these pounce spits. That's the first one that's landed here in quite a
Yeah, getting a little bit of damage off. It's the kind of chip that you want to see from those kinds of attacks. You know, higher level games, you're not going to get much off. But you know, when you see that, it's a good hit.
Yeah, you've got to make your spit attacks count. You know, whether it's a wall kick from a hunter, whether it's a full spit charge. You got to get that extra damage from the spit or the extra 20 or 30 or sometimes even more. You see a nice little two cap, a little rolling two cap, almost a tri cap, and this hunter doing quite a bit of damage. That's definitely the best attack so far for Back for Blood this round, and that was without the boomer even finding a spawn.
I'm not a fan of people not being able to find the spawns, and then after the attack goes in, just going in when they find it, which seems to be happening a lot.
Yeah, although I will say, with a team that was downloading the map before the game, they probably didn't get a lot of practice in.
That is true.
And yeah, this is a very late tank spawn. Yeah, right before the roller coaster. And here's what I'm doing. If I'm this tank, I'm getting in the Ferris wheel, and I'm going to the top, and I'm just throwing rocks. Hopefully survivors don't shut it off.
That is true, but with the unsilenced Uzis now,
yeah,
you
right.
will almost instantly die at the top of the Ferris wheel from where the survivors can see you.
The Ferris wheel actually just tips over because the guns are so strong.
Right.
Yeah. Remember that time we removed Tier 2, and then 11 years later they added it back? Oof. But anyway, we've got a two cap here, Charger and a Smoker, so we have a chance for maybe a full spit charge here, full charge spit, if you will. Definitely some chances for the boomer, but again, Hotdog Water just standing in a really strong spot in the open. Not really any spawns, but they're gonna get a pull into a charge, and unfortunately, the Charger had a long ways to go before he even hit any walls and gets cleared before landing. So we've got Hotdog Water continuing to push forward here.
Interesting. It does look like they could shut the event off before even triggering the tank.
Yeah, I hope they don't, though. They are going to. That's unfortunate. Not going to see our Ferris wheel tank, which probably wouldn't happen anyway. And they're going to hold out here. SI right above them in that little room there with the windows. Looks like the Charger wants to join his other cappers. And we have a quad here. A quad here would be...
Two spawn up, and already the survivors are moving into a position to deal with it.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like they're relocated.
Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of confusion here. Survivor or Hunter and Jockey gonna rotate around. Smoker is pre-spawn, so they're kind of committed to this attack right here. Smoker goes in just a little early, and we're gonna see a bit of damage going out there.
He gets one slam off on the Charger, so
yeah, that, and I think there was a little DP on the vac there. But this tank, wow, this tank is actually really far away as he proceeds to jump on some rooftops here. Hotdog Water gonna fall back here. Not sure exactly which location they're gonna want to take this at. Looks like they found a spot they like, though.
I do feel, unfortunately for Infected, this tank fight allows for the survivor to be in a lot of more open areas and kite quite well on tank.
Yeah, no, for sure. And there's a lot of room to, kind of safely fall back here. Asai gonna go in here, and this rock, this is gonna be a tough rock to land too with all the obstacles. So survivors now they have a chance to push back on this tank a bit. Not taking a ton of damage, just about 200 damage. Although, just kidding, now he's taking a lot of damage. It looked good for a second, and then he threw another rock and took 1,000 damage for it. So not a good trade there. Even if you land that rock, it's just not a worthwhile trade. So tank is down to 75% of his health. SI getting some spawns here. We have a boomer, possibly looking for something, but Jockey's gonna go in and open this, and no one else is ready though. Smoker is way far away. Boomer's trying to get up on top.
Tank is committed.
Yeah, Tank kind of has to get kind of on rage, and the Boomer going to land a one boom here. And it's on the Survivor that's so far away from the Tank, not going to be able to really get to him. Smoker's going to pull one away, and yeah, Yad Heeks is just trying to get anything and is unable to, as we see. That is back yet again, running away from the Tank successfully.
Just like an AI tank, as soon as he was boomed, the tank turned towards him.
Yeah, you know,
Trying to
normally...
hope that comment slows him down because he knows he's not catching up to the rest of the team
Right.
without any...
Yeah,
any
the biggest problem there was, you know, the boom Survivor was just so far away and around the merry-go-round. Tank just not able to catch up to him. Didn't have enough health to make that play. And Hotdog Water looking really good. Looking like they're going to finish 3 of their 4 maps with over 50% bonus here.
This might be last hit.
Yeah, I believe this is. Unless we see an end cap, this is very likely going to be our last attack. And with the jockey leading things off, kind of, you know...
Nick looking up in the Ferris wheel. Jockey got him by surprise.
Oh,
we
watch
got a
the
Hunter going all the way up.
If this Hunter lands, they win the game.
It's true. If this Hunter jumps off this thing, they win. Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Well, someone wins. And yeah, Hotdog Water not interested to stick around and play with that Hunter. They're going to go right into the safe room. And they're going to finish this game with just under 4,000 points. You know, they're probably looking back at that map 3 wipe, and, you know, they're probably wishing they had this 4K, you know. It's kind of a nice little, you know, measuring stick of, you know, when you get that 4,000 points, it just feels good, you know.
It's true. You're 100 off from that. You just...
Yeah, their weekend's going to be terrible now. So.
I've seen teams disband for less.
Yeah, right. And we are going live on the second half of map 4. We will see the tri-cap with the Boomer here. It looks like the SI, they're going to want to go off this roof here. We see the Hunter down low in the corner, not going to go for the DP there, which is probably a wise choice. You know, a lot of times those Hunters from up high just get skeeted. And this Boomer, I would imagine, is going to lead this attack off and look for something. Going to go for the Arc Boom. Although I think, yeah, they're going to get a tri-cap out of this. So it's hard to, you know, be too upset that the Boomer didn't get that well earlier. See a lot of smoker damage here, and the Hunter almost able to capitalize and get another 2-cap there, but a lot of damage. And Survivor's down now to 74% of the total bonus available as we go into the second attack.
Fortunate, as the last team was at 67%. So not too high hopes of winning this match, man.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for that to happen. But, you know, Hotdog Water, they've earned this win. They've played really strongly throughout the entire game.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they do, you know, get to the playoffs, I think it'll be exciting to see, you know, what they can do there. As we see this tri-cap coming, Smoker's going to land and get a couple of ticks there. Jockey going to get dead stopped, and the Spitter going to delay there, so it's going to buy them a bit of time here. You see Survivors split 2-2 right before they enter this big gazebo area.
It was nicely handled by the Survivor team that hit.
Yes, so this next area, you know, it can be tough to get a solid attack here, especially with the Boomer. Yeah, with the Boomer here, you know, if you get something, you know, over a bush or maybe a rocket spawn into a B-hop, that can open things up.
Yeah, I feel like they have to go early at this gazebo area, which is exactly what they're doing. They want to get a hit off. That Hunter landing in the back doing quite a bit of damage.
Yes, and just barely that Boomer dying last there. I was kind of keeping an eye on that to see who would die last, Boomer or the Hunter.
Charger did get chip leveled as well.
Only 1 star.
Reload.
But yes, survivors continuing to push forward. They are down to 630 bonus, about 57%. As we have a mobile tri-cap with spit here. It's going to go in right now. Charger spawning kind of far away. And again, we see another pull from the back, opening things up. Oh, the Charger just missing.
Rochelle saved by Common.
Yes.
Getting stopped in her path from that charge.
Yeah, that was really
still
close.
on top.
You know, we've seen this happen quite a bit where Hotdog Water uses that smoker from the back to kind of start things off. And then they get that jockey in the front to really, you know, stretch the survivors out. And like you said, almost seeing a tri-cap there. Charger just missing, expecting, I think it was Fabricio to move forward with the common, slowing him up and preventing that tri-cap from happening. So another attack going in. Just a one boom this time. Gonna see a little bit of Hunter spit damage there. Gonna get an in cap there. And the boomer wisely just waiting to die last there. Also, yeah, wisely kind of go around there and force survivors to make a play there.
Can't stay down there forever. Ammo here.
Yeah. So
Big question for me is, will they have 4 survivors at this tank spawn?
maybe. Let's see how this attack goes. You see a little bit of damage. See a Hunter land. See a Charger land. Both of them in the spit. We're gonna see 3 in caps there as Yadheeks gets down to common, I believe. So it's all down to the sub. This is the ringer who's up, and
He is now walking around with a baseball bat, looking at nothing.
Yeah, I wonder, maybe he's out of ammo. Maybe he just likes that baseball bat. Maybe he pre-ordered, you know, and he's using his special gift that he's supposed to have. That valve is taken away from us. Although, to answer your question, no, we're going to have 0 survivors, and that's going to be our game. So a really strong showing there by Hotdog Water, really from the get-go. They really showed us that, you know, they were prepared. They knew what they were doing. They had a plan. And they executed, and BACK4BLOOD, you know, it kind of started off poorly, unable to get their 4th into server, you know, having to use a sub, and
Hotdog Water really making a strong case to be in that top 16.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out with tiebreakers to see if they have a chance to make it in. I know, you know, obviously a win is what they needed. They'll definitely have that possibility, but it's going to depend on tiebreakers at this point. And in case you did miss it, we did have a game that was on Vanille's channel that ended a little bit ago with 44 Biceps defeating Bathtub Swimmers. Did you catch that game at all, Mal?
I did not.
Yeah, two really solid teams there. I think they're definitely both going to be in the playoffs there. But yeah, really good showing there. And before we go, let me take a look at our schedule here, because I know there's some other games coming up. And it looks like, let's see, in about 2 hours, we've got Babylonia versus Royal Chaos, and that is going to be on Vanille's channel. And that looks like the last game that'll be casted tonight. There is another game between Judgment and Sank Squatch. We do not have a streamer for that right now. But yeah, at 9 p.m. Eastern, tune in to Vanille stream for our next game coming up. Other than that, I got nothing else to add. Mal, any last words?
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Alexi.
Hey, thanks for joining. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Krycha, for streaming. And by the way, before you go, if you haven't already followed Krycha, please hit that follow button. And if you enjoyed his performance, you know, throw him a sub, throw him some bits, maybe a donation. And other than that, we will see you guys later tonight. Goodbye.